All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Freestyle Blast Flash 3 podcast. I'm DJ WonderRican. I got my guest, Charlie XO. Welcome to the blast, brother.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, so you're on this month's Freestyle Blast Flash 3, and you're going up against Lana Sky, which this is her eighth month. This is her eighth month on it. So she's been winning every month, and you're going up against Marilyn Torres also. So that's two ladies you're going up against. But basically, what we do on here, we pick a freestyle song every month, and we put it out there, and that's when the fans they listen to all three and they pick which one is their favorite track. Now,
Okay.
and your job is to push it,
Okay.
and you have 7 days to push it. And what I do is um, every day I put a post, and then I tag you and the other two, and then try to get your votes. And it's real simple. You have your listeners, your fans, subscribe to the newsletter because that's how they're able to vote. The vote.
Okay.
All right. So, and this month we got your new song, "Wasn't Me," for
Yes.
the blast. So, talk to me about this song.
All right. Well, before we get started with
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the, with the song, I just want to say I'm going up against two talented women. So I'm not putting my hopes up because I know for a fact one of them is gonna win, and it's not gonna be me.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You
No,
never
especially
know.
Lana Sky. I mean, she's hot right now. She's
Hmm.
the it girl right now. And you said it yourself. She's been conquering so far.
Yep.
So my respects to her, and I'll lose to her whenever. I'm fine with that. No problem.
So tell me. So how'd you come up with "Wasn't Me"?
All right. So actually, I just launched my Phoenix album, which I is a reissue. Uh, Wasn't Me and Baby are actually tracks that I did in 2020 that never
Hmm.
came out. So I'm not saying this is a comeback. I'm not, it's not a comeback to freestyle or anything. Um, Freestyle means a lot to me. Is a genre that I enjoy doing and I loved since I was a kid. Um, but I got the chance to reissue this album, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I gonna keep these tracks hidden and just you know kept in the vault? I might as well just take them out and have people enjoy them. It's actually written by Kenny, who may rest in peace, um, and produced by Tanasi, who is a big partner of mine, the label Romeo Entertainment that is in Germany. With That's where
Yeah, I know.
the
I know
album
who
Phoenix.
Sanasi is. Yeah, I
Yeah,
go
that's
way back to him. Yeah, with communicating with him when he would send me music. Yep, I know him very
yeah,
well.
yeah. I mean, so much respect for him. He's the reason why the album Phoenix is actually out. The reason why I have these songs out. Um, he worked hard on them, and I'm just beyond grateful that he is part of my journey.
So what is "Wasn't Me" about? Was that song about?
All right, so wasn't me is actually. I mean, we all know freestyle is all about lovey dovey and stuff
Right.
like that. The heartbreaks and everything. Uh, well, yeah, it is about love, but it's actually a twist where actually the guy is answering to what women are always saying. Hey, well, you cheated on me. Well, you did this. Well, I heard this about you. Wasn't me is pretty much self-explanatory. It wasn't me. I don't know
Uh
who's telling
huh.
you this stuff, but I didn't do it. And it's just a song where the guy is defending himself from stuff that are not true, from what their significant other is hearing about them. When actually Tanasi and Kenny sent me the song, I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty dope. Because we
Yeah.
always hear about breakups and all this stuff, but we never, it's hardly rare when we hear a song where the guy is taking accountability for what they're doing. Same
Hmm.
thing with a song called Tears, featuring Laura.
Okay.
The guy's admitting to his wrongs. He's actually telling the girl, you know what? I made you suffer. I made you cry these tears. I'm sorry. The girl is responding back to him, which is Laura.
Hmm.
And that's something that I wanted to. When I got, obviously, I have some songs in there that I wrote myself. A lot of them, Kenny and I, you know, worked and re, rewritten the whole stuff. And I love that concept where actually you can um, take accountability of what people do instead of just playing the victim 24/7.
Right.
You know, so just to give something different to freestyle. And um, I had DJs tell me, hey, you know what? The song Tears, I like that because um, we get to tell, our girls, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was a dick. I'm sorry I did this. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't me. It's just like that. And I love it. It's one of my favorite records, to be honest.
Nice. Nice. So you're going up against these two ladies. It wasn't me. It's a change too, because you're talking about, yo, it wasn't me. I ain't do it. You got whoever's telling you this, they probably doing it so they can break up with you, so they can
Yeah,
hit you up. You
yeah,
know.
pretty much.
Okay,
And it
and
does
then
happen. I'm just saying.
oh yeah, and you know what? It's a nice twist too to it because mostly a lot of the freestyle songs is always about falling in love or looking for love or chasing this one or talking how great this person is, how they make you feel, and then this one
Yeah,
you changed it up, which is smart,
yeah. I
which is
actually,
smart.
when I mean, I've been living freestyle since I was a kid. I got into it because of my brother and my cousins. The first freestyle song I ever heard, I was 5 years old,
Okay,
and it was Rochelle's "Praying for an Angel." I remember it used to
that's a
play a
dope
lot.
track.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It used to play a lot on B96 in Chicago,
Okay.
and for years I was looking for it. I asked one of my cousins, "Hey, like I hummed the song because I couldn't remember the words. Do
Right.
you know who this is? Because I mean, you guys play this music, but I can't remember the name." And all she said was, "Oh, it's Little Susie. Just look up Little Susie Angel." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I go on Google and I'm over here looking, and all that came coming up was Raquel, 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 Dream, Dream,
Yeah.
Dream. I'm like, this is not the one. And finally, I remember it was this website called Freestyle Divas. Something came up with Rochelle praying for an angel, and I clicked on it, and sure enough, that was the song. I'm like, whoa, I finally found it. Um, I got the chance to actually get into freestyle and make freestyle music when I was 17. Um, the only difference between other artists and myself is that I'm very on the dark side.
Mhm.
So a lot of my songs are very dark in the sense of the dark arts. I have songs like Haunted, All Night Long, Love Spell, Possessed by Love.
Mhm.
And they all talk. I like to write in metaphors, which
Okay.
it's just different. For example, Love Spell, the song Love Spell, it's about, someone that you're obsessed with or someone that's obsessed with you. So I use it in a way of when someone does a love spell on you, you're in a trance. You can't think. You don't know what's
Right.
going on, but you're infatuated with this person and you don't know why. So I'm pretty much saying on the song, look, it was my fault. I played with fire. Now I'm getting burned. Um, I made you love me, and now that I had you, now that I had what I wanted, I can't get
Yeah.
rid of you. So I had to break this whole cycle, and that's what love spell is about. Just like haunted, we all go through this episode in our relationships where when we break up with someone, we feel like we're gonna die. We feel like either we don't want to be here anymore, or we go into this depression where um, especially at night when you're just laying there by yourself, all
Yeah.
these memories start coming in and they start haunting you. You start thinking about everything and it drives you crazy.
Right.
So haunted is, I'm pretty much talking about a ghost that is always lingering inside your house, and it's reminding you of all these love scenarios that you used to have with your significant other, and they're not there anymore.
Mhm.
So you're being haunted by this presence that you cannot touch. Um,
Right.
Possessed by Love, featuring Alisa B, who is amazing, is a song that both of us wrote together. She pretty much did most of the work to it, um, but it was a concept that I brought up to her. Uh, Again, when you're starting in this relationship, you're just getting to know someone. you feel like, again, you're in a trance. You're
Right.
possessed by something that you can explain. You can stop thinking about them. You just want to be talking to them. You want to be around them all the time. No matter what they do is never wrong. They can fart in front of you and you think it's the greatest thing in the whole wide world.
Hmm.
Like, you're possessed by that love that is like, you don't know. I don't know what you did to me, but I want to be with you. So
Right.
I always try to talk about love and sing about love in different ways that is different than other people's songs.
Right.
Um, just because I don't know, I'm just like that. I'm pretty weird.
No, but it's cool because any new freestyle song that comes out, it- it's going to be something about love. Like I don't think I've heard a freestyle song like um let's say like hip hop. They'll tell you a story, but it has nothing to do with love. Freestyle,
Yeah.
I haven't heard a freestyle song that just talk about normal stuff, nothing like love or something like. I can't even think of one. The only one I can maybe think is I don't know if it's considered freestyle, but two without hats,
Okay.
like their kind of music, like
Yeah.
three on the mic, like three on the mic. That's not about love. This is about being at the club dancing, which is cool. Yeah, but that's more like a little hip hop with it. But freestyle song, I can't think of one because it's either about love, talking about heartbreaks, hookups, meeting someone, and like you said, like this girl's haunting me, man. I still got feelings for her, but she's like floating around the
Yeah.
house.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, I love that type of music. To be honest with you, my genre, the one that I love the most is rock. I love rock music.
Okay. What
Um,
kind of rock?
uh, Alternative rock, classic rock, I, Led Zeppelin, Kiss, uh,
Nice.
Ozzy, well, all the way to Linkin Park,
Have you se-
Evanescence,
have you
Puddle of
seen any
Mud.
of them? Have you seen any of those
I seen
bands?
Evanescence.
Okay.
Yeah,
How's she in?
obviously more of the new stuff because I wasn't at the age to go see Ozzy and them when they were around.
Right.
But um, my mom was the first one that bought me my first Evanescence CD when I was a kid.
Hmm.
So I love rock music. So I tend to add that darkness into freestyle because I feel
Yeah.
like freestyle is such a genre that should be evolved. It should evolve with the times.
Right.
Uh, it's fine if people want to hear the 808, and the drums and everything that was from the 80s and early 90s, but with something fresh, a new spin to it.
Right.
I always say, in order for freestyle to keep, staying active and alive, we need new blood, and with new blood, um, you know, something slightly different than what's always out there. Uh,
Right.
uh, unfortunately, freestyle became this genre where it's too repetitive, um, and it's nice to hear a twist. It's nice to hear something different once in a while,
Hmm.
um, because I mean, it's a beautiful genre for us to just let it die like that.
Right. And that's good with the young blood. You got yourself, you got Marilyn Torres, you got Lana Sky. They're coming out, and I've talked to like people here and there that follow me on social media. Say, hey, I'm working on something, so they're gonna try to come out with new freestyle, which is cool. If you
Yeah.
can keep it going, keep bringing it. Hey, it's it's great, man. It's great.
Yes.
I'm always looking forward to something new to listen to.
Absolutely. I mean, Marilyn Torres is to me is one of these artists that is very storytelling. Her lyrics are they're a story. You can
Yeah.
literally uh, envision everything that she's talking about, and it's not your normal. Again, your normal, always and forever. Forever and a day, forever.
Yeah.
She talks about love in a way that is very storytelling. Her vocals are also very soothing. Something that fits perfectly to the way they write the
Right.
songs. Um, Lana, you can hear that influence of R&B in her music, which is different. It's freestyle, but
Right.
for people that know music, they can hear that influence of R&B, which
Right.
I even heard her in an interview. She said that she's a very huge fan of R&B music and stuff like that, and you can actually hear it. There's another artist that I think is very underrated, and she needs more recognition that she deserves, and it's Sharon Masarin. Um,
Hmm.
because it's not just New York, it's not just Chicago. There's Texas, there's um, Cali. There's so many other places and cities where freestyle is still there.
Yep.
They're just not being recognized because we're always surrounding the same little pond. But she is very, very underrated. She has this. Her music is just, although she's talking about love and breakup and all that stuff, it's very uplifting. It's very danceable. It's enjoyable. Very
She's
bubbly.
she's the hype girl of freestyle, Sharon,
Absolutely.
because
I mean,
she was on last month's show.
no way.
So yeah, she was on last month's show, and she's fun to interview. That was like my second time interviewing her. She's fun to just interview. She's fun.
Her energy is just amazing. Her
Yeah.
energy, she has this energy, this vibe to her that is like infectious sometimes. It's, you just want to see more. You just want to
Yeah.
hear more. Um, and she's awesome. She's absolutely great. So I respect these people in freestyle that are coming up with new stuff. I mean, you have Cynthia Figueroa, who just came out with a new song, or is
Yeah.
about to come out with a new song. Cynthia just came out with this record that's amazing.
Yeah.
Really, that record sends me back to her early days in freestyle, um,
Right.
because it's very that. Um, Niaja has a new song. Again, I like the fact that she's changing it up a bit. She has been one of my favorite artists from back then.
Hmm.
Deneen is another one that's very uh, amazing at what she's. And again, these are artists that have been out for a while
Yeah.
and they're still here. Um, I just wish that they were in more lineups.
Hmm. Right. No. Yeah. I understand.
You,
Yeah.
you know, uh, because yes, it's fun to see everyone that have been doing it for years, but it'd be great to see them as well. They're
Oh
a
yeah.
big part of freestyle. Um, I mean, especially to me, because I grew up to them.
Yeah.
I was I was in middle school listening to them. I was going to high school, going to my mall just to buy these CDs from DJs who kept mixing because back in the day, well, I say back in the day, but in my early years, it was hard to find these songs.
Right.
I would buy CDs from uh, Juan Two Big Press, Isaac, Kicking a Curio, all these DJs, and I would always wonder. I mean, is this it? Is just this little part? I mean, is
Yeah.
there more
Yeah.
to it? Obviously, as I got into more freestyle, I noticed that these are songs. These are complete full songs, and I started just searching music and buying all these records. That's the reason why I feel like they need more recognition that they keep getting. They
Right.
deserve more.
Now I noticed like when COVID hit and we had that pandemic where nobody can go nowhere, and I found TikTok. And then I'm scrolling, I'm seeing bunch of people doing TikTok with freestyle songs. Kept going. And I started going live and started playing freestyle music. Freestyle
Right.
music. That's how I started like hitting up, connecting with other artists, going and going. And to this day, I don't do the lives no more on TikTok. I, I got tired of doing it. It just because everything went back to normal. But I appreciate it because you got to meet a lot of people who listen to freestyle,
Yes.
and then when the new music comes out like yours, because I know when you post stuff on TikTok and this your music, people are like liking it or even doing TikToks using the sound bite to do videos with your song and along with the other artists. So I think it helped bring freestyle back, to
Yes.
attract more people, and with the advertising on it. So how well are you on it? How many followers you got like on TikTok?
Honestly, I just started using TikTok.
Oh, did you? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I was never into it. Um,
Mhm.
the team has always pressured me to get on social media, but I'm not really a social media kind of guy.
Yeah.
Uh, I like to live in the present. I mean, I grew up in a time where we didn't need cell phones to have fun. We
Right.
were outside playing with our friends. Um, so, do I use it? Yeah. I mean, as an artist, you have to use social media nowadays in order for
Hmm.
you to, keep in touch with people and keep, promoting your stuff because that's just the way the music evolved to.
Right.
Obviously back in the day, you had people doing it. Yes, I have people who are in charge of my socials still, but it's more of a artist job now to do that promotion.
Yeah.
So I started using TikTok more often, um, the middle of last year, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm freshly new to TikTok.
That's all right. Hey, you become a veteran soon enough. We're speaking of freestyle. So we got the Freestyle Blast newsletter.
Yes.
So tell me what you think about that newsletter, which comes out every month, every 15th of the month.
Yes. Actually, I think it's great. I subscribe to it. I think is very informative. Um, Latif and whoever's behind the whole, newsletter, do their job. That this is something that I think everyone that's involved in freestyle should subscribe to for the only reason that you you become knowledgeable about a genre that you're in love with. There's
Yeah.
so much more to freestyle than what people actually see or know about.
Hmm.
There's a big history behind freestyle. And just because it's not as popular as it was back in the day does not mean that it doesn't deserve its credit because it put a stamp on the music industry that will never be erased.
Right.
Um, it is scary to know that as time goes by, because time is no one's friend.
Hmm.
So we have to understand and realize that as time goes by, people are leaving. You know, uh, we don't know when we're going to be here tomorrow or not.
Hmm.
Uh, and our music is just going to stay there. The only ones that are keeping it alive, it's the people that are still listening to freestyle,
Hmm.
and they're already veteranos. They're already,
Right.
they're not, this Gen Z generation, um, and the DJs, like all of you guys who keep promoting freestyle, new freestyle, and give us the chance to do interviews like
Yeah.
this to keep it alive. I think that's the reason why everyone should, and I mean everyone that loves the genre and is in the genre, to follow and subscribe to that newsletter because it's
Hmm.
very informative. There's a lot of information that a lot of people does not know, and it helps. It helps a lot.
Cool. Cool. Well, listen, what are your social media? So, like the people who are listening now, how can they follow you? Where can they get your music?
So yeah, so my social media is all the same as Charlie XO official. Um, all of my music is all over the place,
Mhm.
in every platform you can think of. Uh, I also do Latin pop music, so if they search my name up and or just Google my name Charlie XO and they see me, but not freestyle, it's okay. It's still me. I just,
Right.
you know,
Do a little
I
bit of both.
I do a little bit of both. Yes.
That's cool. All right, listen, man. I want to wish you luck, man. On
Thank you.
this week, we got 7 days to rock, get these votes. And would you like to give any shout outs before we
Absolutely.
go?
To you, thank you so much for having me here. It means the
Hey,
world to
you're
me.
welcome.
Um, to every artist who's out there, who it doesn't matter what genre, keep doing what you're doing. Um, if it's something you love, it it's a hard road to take.
Hmm.
Being an artist is not easy.
Right.
We spend more money than we get back, but if it's something that you truly love, keep doing it because there's someone out there that is gonna listen to your message and is gonna inspire them and save them in a way.
Right.
We don't know what people are struggling with. We live in a world that is pretty crazy right now, um, and music is a big salvation for a lot of people.
Nice.
So thank you to everyone, all the artists who make music, to all the people who support freestyle. um, and let's keep this genre alive as much as we can.
You got any shows coming up?
Yes, I actually I do have a tour going on right now. I'll be in Puerto Rico in, if I'm not mistaken, November. I'll be in Colombia in October, Florida in June, and I have another few like Canada, Brazil. They'll be for 2027, early 2027.
Oh, that's dope, man. At least you're out of the country doing it. I know
Yeah.
Brazil is they love freestyle out
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
With Brazil and Colombia, they're
yeah,
big freestyle fans. And a lot of us don't know that, obviously, because we're not out there. But it you'd be very surprised how big freestyle is out there.
yeah. No, I've seen videos of freestyle artists performing out there in Brazil, and they pack the club up.
I heard it's a
Which
whole different monster, so I'm
yeah.
very excited to see what's gonna happen or how is it gonna be.
All right. Hey, Charlie, thank you again for being on the show.
Always.
Guys, we'll be back with more of the Freestyle Blast Flash 3. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Freestyle Blast Flash 3 podcast. I'm DJ WonderRican and my special guest, who's on the Freestyle Blast this month, Marilyn Torres. Welcome to the
Hi,
Blast.
guys. Thank you for having me.
It's been a while since we heard from you.
Yes, it
Yeah.
definitely has a lot of events changed and I kind of had to step back a little bit.
Okay, but now you
Yeah.
you came back with a new song and it is dope, dope,
Yes.
dope song.
Thank you
Love
so
it.
much. Thank you
Loving
so
it,
much.
loving it. So, and I get to pick who I want to go for every month. So when I
Okay.
saw yours, I said, oh, I gotta hit her up. Yeah, because
Thank you
it's
so much.
it's a good song. So you're going up against two other artists. You
Okay.
got Lana Sky, which this is her
Nice.
eighth month on the
Ooh,
blast.
nice.
Eighth month.
I can see
And
why. She's
and
awesome.
then and you got Charlie XO
Oh,
going up.
nice. Okay.
So so yes, so you're going up against them. So
Okay.
and we chose your song "Don't Let Me."
Perfect.
Tell me about that song.
Oh, don't let me, at least it's a little different. Usually I'm always inspired by my like own, personal, right? Like when we write, it's more about like my personal stories.
Mhm.
Hubby was the one that worked on the writing of that song, so I'm sure, for him it means something different when he did write it. But it's kind of just hearing a lot of times, like I'll hear stories around me and
Mhm.
it'll be a form of inspiration. And so don't let me is just being in those relationships where you've kind of know what's not right, right? But you
Mhm.
just love this person, or the routine of things, and you just get used to it. Or there's just so many factors why we sometimes just stay in a relationship. And it's kind of like if that person wouldn't do those things that kind of attract you, right? Or that pull
Okay.
you in, or if you would just let me go,
Mhm.
right? Like just let me go. Like this isn't working out. That's kind of what like don't let me, stands for.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to also like talk and more just give stories. I love giving stories in my music. I love telling stories. I like things that or topics that are relatable.
Mhm.
So, I wanted to explore other avenues that maybe don't apply to my own life, but that all the other people can relate to. And so that's kind of what Don't Let Me says. It's just not letting me fall into that constant routine. I want to break free. I want to let go of everything. We're not just working out. So don't let me do the things. Don't let me answer that phone call. Don't let me respond to that text message.
Mhm.
Just breaking free from that, because loving can be very painful, and
Yeah.
if you're not doing it with the right person, or if it's not working with each other, then it's kind of a really hard process to go through. Yeah.
Well, that's a great explanation.
Thank you.
Very detailed, right to the point. That is
Thank
so
you.
great. So you're going up. Lana Sky. This is like I said, her eighth month, and this is since she's been on.
Yeah.
She got to change her song twice.
Nice.
because
Okay.
she had Sweetheart, then she had So Good, and then nothing. Oh my gosh, Nothing But Goodbye or something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's on there. So if you win for this month, and
Okay.
then three months down the line, if you keep going,
Yeah.
that apply to you too. If you have a new song,
Awesome.
you can switch it out.
Love that.
So yeah, so it's it's a challenging when you got to get your fans, your listeners
For real. Yes.
to be able to vote
Okay.
for your
Yeah.
song.
Right.
So you just basically have them subscribe to the newsletter,
Okay.
and then so they'll be able to vote.
Perfect.
And of course, I'll be tagging you every day for 7 days.
Okay.
Just so people can be reminded, right? This is what you got to
Right.
vote for.
Right.
These are the three. So how do you feel about going up
Perfect.
against Lana and Charlie?
I love it. I mean, I think that it always helps that friendly, competition.
Hmm.
I love that too because I get to see what fans are going for. What are they enjoying? What are they looking? What are they relating to? So I love it. And of course, they're two very talented people,
Hmm.
so why not? Like it's more inspiration for me. And like I said, it gives the chance. Fans love that. And like I said, it's great to be up against other artists and know that there's just more involvement of other songs and newer songs coming out and being a part of freestyle because, we always want to try to grow freestyle as much as we can. So I think it's an honor, and I'm definitely ready.
So are you working on got any other projects going on
I
with new
am,
music?
yes. I actually have a release that's going to be coming out already in summer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one, hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll be able to release more details about it. It is a very important project that has been in the works for years. And I really hope that everybody is just as excited as I am. It's just so amazing. Like the opportunity that was, given to me. When you guys hear it, I just know that there's hopefully going to be a lot of good feedback. I don't see why not. So I have that, and of course, I'm working on my album. So hopefully by
Okay.
next year, I definitely want to release that. And other things is just also having more of a presence. I think on social media,
Yeah.
I've always been there's not a lot of info. I kind of stay in the back end. I release music, and I'm just like, if you guys enjoy it, listen. But I
Right.
know it's important for people to also talk to me and engage with me. And then I think my last challenge that I kind of want to tackle is having a performance. I obviously have not performed, especially freestyle. I've done other performances many, many years ago,
Hmm.
but I do want to tackle that. So I just don't know if I'm going to do it as a one-time thing. That's
Right.
kind of something I'm still debating. It's the fear of getting on stage. That's all that keeps me. But like I said, I think that I love my fans. I love the interactions when I do get bold enough to do it and get online
Hmm.
and do these interviews. So I'm hoping that, I at least for them can give them back a performance,
Right.
and hopefully many of them. But definitely where I'm at today, I do want to commit, even if it's to like just my show, then somehow do it and hopefully add that to the books. So that's in the works. So hopefully by end of June, I'll have my newer release and you guys will be able to enjoy that.
Nice. Any music video for the your new song?
Not so far. We haven't talked about it.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure. I would love to. I like I said, this song just needs the whole totality of it because of how much it means and where it's coming
Hmm.
from. So we'll see. I mean, that's something that we have brought up recently, so I'll see. It would be nice because I don't have, a music video that I've done either for any of my releases, in the
Right.
past few years. So
So with this one, you're telling a story anyway. So it'll be like a story you're watching for the music
yeah,
video.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, this song is something that I've just had in my heart for many, many years. And I think it's going to be really surprising when it does release. I'm like, I want to say it right now, but we
Oh,
have to
hey,
keep
that's
the
all right.
element of surprise
They
because
got the
usually that
taste
gets
of
us excited.
yeah, they got the taste of the new song.
Yes.
So if you guys want to see her come out with another song and put it on the blast, you got to vote Marilyn
Yes,
Torres. You
definitely.
know,
Yeah.
yes, that's that's pretty awesome because your other songs, they're great.
Thank you.
They're great. So, and I know I get it. I get hit up like, hey, can you play this song by Marilyn Torres? This one by, and it's a lot of
Thank
them is
you.
female fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like they like hooked to to your songs.
Yeah.
You know.
I said I used to say when I was younger, like in my teenage years,
Mhm.
I obviously I'm biggest fan of La India. Like that is my that's like my number one.
Yeah,
But you know how La India is. She's always trash talking and the men and
yeah,
things like that. And I kind of my friends were especially guy friends when I was like a teenager would be like, why are you always like just attacking like them India songs and you're all inspired when you say it? I
right.
said, I've been hurt before. But so I think that a lot of my, songs, like I said, they're about my story, they're from my perspective, so they can be a little
Yeah.
bit more relatable to the female audience. But thankfully, like in exchange for what, I did have a lot of feedback. Guys
Hmm.
also did reach out and find an inspiration, in exchange for what, because
Yeah.
that song's more relating to just feeling like you're not receiving right from the other side of your partners
Hmm.
and their needs. So I can see how it can kind of go both ways, but some of my other songs can be more female driven maybe. I can see that.
Yeah. No, but yeah, but yeah, but those the majority when I play, say, hey, can you play Marilyn Torres play whatever song.
Yeah,
They're like,
thank
they
you.
like them. Say, yeah, that's not a
Yeah.
problem. I throw it in, but it's great. So now we get to the Freestyle Blast newsletter. Okay. What do you get out of it when you read it?
I think good history. I especially for me because as much as I followed like freestyle even younger, it was always more commercialized because I really grew up in a religious household. So if it didn't play on the radio because my dad was kind of playing the radio and I would get it, there
Yeah.
wouldn't be other sources of me. Like I wasn't able to go to the clubs and
Hmm.
find all that history. So I love when podcasts, news articles, because even Googling, there's a lot of information, but even when I've spoken to people who have kind of been there during that, they tell me it's like misinformation. So
Hmm.
I love, and obviously Latif and like he has a lot of history, right? And
Yeah.
what he's done for the industry, and obviously you yourself. So I love being able to have good sources, right,
Hmm.
that I know the information is reliable. And for me it's always the history. Like I love learning where it came from, what happened during that time, what was up, what was not, what happened even when it died down and we weren't and went completely like underground. So I love that you guys can still hammer that out for the fans,
Hmm.
and keep that information fresh and add to it. And I also love that you guys, especially are big about newer artists, because I think
Yeah.
that that's important. I love, shining the light on the ones that are the legends and the pioneers. I think that's important because they continue to do, their best to of course keep freestyle alive per se. But I think that new artists is important to that chapter as
Hmm.
well to kind of complete it. So, thank you. I wanted to say thank you for you guys kind of,
Oh,
playing
you're
your part
welcome.
on that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, that's great. But so now Marilyn Torres new track, "Don't Let Me."
Yeah.
Okay. How long has that been out for? I know it just
That one
came out.
released in February. Yeah. In February, the end of
Okay.
February.
How you been making out with that one?
It's been good. Obviously I feel like in exchange for what is always that bar up there.
Hmm.
So it definitely, but I understand, I'm still gonna release. I can't always compete with an exchange for what. Even though I
Right.
try to, I think that of course, that's just a song on its own. And I think every artist has that one song, right, that they're gonna be recognized for that just did it for everyone.
Hmm.
But I still wanna create music and it's been good. Like honestly, I was a little hesitant. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this song. I was kind of finding a lot of issues and excuses. But then I was just like, let me do it. My whole circle, my support team was just like, it's fine, it's great, it's gonna be fine. And I think it's just in my head that I'm always comparing it. I'm just comparing it. And so I've done it, and it's been actually really good. Like the response, people liking it, requesting it, giving me feedback, sending me messages, and just kind of talking about it and what it's, like. I've been fine with it. I've gotten a lot more than I expected. And I'm always, grateful to that. I think in all my
Yeah.
music, because like I said, I know myself, like, in just recognizing I don't do a lot of promoting like I should, right? Like,
Hmm.
getting more active on social media and putting it out there. So I feel like what I get, honestly, is just, I love it because I know that it's also the music pulling in, right? Like people are
Hmm.
just drawn to that. And I, of course, could do more, and I want to, but and I am going to, because I know those are things that I want to fix. But I had to get through a lot of personal things, when I kind of, after In Exchange for What and released all the other songs, my dad got really sick, so I had to step back and take care of him and stabilize him in his health. So I do want to come back. I want to give more to the fans, and I want to be able to do more. And I think that I'm in a better place, and there's been more maturity in my music and just myself as a person, and a lot of growth that hopefully will help me accomplish and do better in that part.
Or you're gonna be busy on social media for a week with
Yeah,
with with
good.
pushing
You're
this
gonna
song,
give me to
pushing them.
practice. Yeah.
Yeah, I say, yo, here you gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. No, because
Yeah.
you know what? It's great because it gives a chance for everybody to, if they haven't listened to the other two songs yet, they
Yeah,
listen to that, listen to yours, and they can do it fairly. You know, but
exactly.
but but your part is you gotta. I tag you, you just push it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
No, I appreciate that. And I know that's something that, I really have to get doing. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I will always prioritize, of course, my family and stuff. They always come
yeah,
before,
right.
yeah, but first before anything,
Mm.
but I'm always trying my best, in anything that I do. So
Yeah, but so far I have not been disappointed with your other song. Not disappointed. They're great.
thank
This
you.
one is good. So I'm looking forward to the album now.
Thank
That,
you.
that's what I'm looking for. So you what when you thinking the album would come out, like
I'm hoping
summertime
next year. I'm
next year?
hoping,
Okay.
yeah, it'll probably be next year. I do wanna just decide on what I want to include. We're still kind of debating, do I want to like freestyle most songs, or is it going to be a mix? I think I do want to do a mix just to show other things that I also can do
Hmm.
in music, other genres. So we're kind of putting those ideas together. And of course, making sure that they're perfected. I think we have most of the songs that we want, for
Yeah.
the album. So that's good, but there's still a lot of work left, to kind of perfect them and make them what, we as a team feel should be put out there. And we
So it
work
won't
really
ju-
hard on that.
so it won't just be freestyle. Be a little mix of
Right.
everything.
Yes. Yes. Our goal is to have a little bit mix of R&B, soul,
Okay.
some Spanish, and hopefully some like 80s dancey, and then housey. I think I want to do a mix of all,
Nice. So
honestly.
so
Yeah.
Spanish wise, well, like salsa merengue or something like that, bachata.
Um, Probably a little mix of all of them, maybe,
Hmm.
maybe more popish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Latin pop.
But yeah, I think, we're always in a creative space, in moments at time.
Hmm.
So if something with merengue comes out and we feel like it's good enough, definitely, we can push that out. So, but I think I have a few things now that are more Latin pop, maybe considered than
Okay.
just strictly merengue and bachata.
That's dope. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Let me know when that comes out so I can promote it because
definitely. Thank you
I,
so much.
I think it's going to be really, 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 really cool.
Yeah.
So, like, where can like the listeners, the new fans, where can they get your music?
Okay, all platforms, you know that obviously you get your music from Apple, Spotify, you know, YouTube, anything, anywhere there is obviously it's available. And for people who don't have access or you know don't choose those methods, you know, you can always contact DJ Merk1 at Gmail.
Mhm.
You know, and of course he will have whatever arrangements he makes to, you know, to get the music to you. Because some people, you know, I think when there's been maybe very few because a lot of people have, but there's always like one or
Mhm.
two people who might not, who might want it in just like a some other MP3 format.
Right.
And you know, most of the DJs do that, you know, but there are some individuals that prefer that format than downloading it through social media. So you guys, you
Right.
know, so you're just aware that is an option. And you just have to email djmerk1 at gmail.com to get that.
Is the song available on vinyl?
Not yet. No. I don't know if we'll be going that route.
Okay.
But you know, because you that's obviously a process, right, to get that stuff on vinyl.
Hmm.
And there's a lot to it. So sometimes we kind of just gauge how the song goes, you know, and what we're going to be
Right.
doing in order to do it. So I would definitely prefer to have like if a vinyl release, it just for it to be my album, I think would be a
Yeah,
better idea. I think it would make sense more to do that. And of course it would be amazing, you know, to have that whole album on vinyl. So
that's
that might be
great.
an option. Mhm.
That'd be dope. So, what
You're welcome.
social medias can people follow you?
Okay,
Like
so
which?
Facebook, yeah, Marilyn Torres is where you'll find it. I TikTok is the only one that has a different handle, which is Marilyn.Torres, EST 2005.
Okay.
But everything else, if you guys just Google Marilyn Torres, you'll be able to find Facebook, Instagram, as well as a TikTok. And again, you know, definitely join because I'm going to be bringing you guys, you know, more content. I'm speaking more about myself and my music. And you know, I'm like so grateful that you guys have always given me a platform. And the DJs and everybody. So, you know, thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always been great. I love that you guys, you know, have provided me that time, you know, and have been so supportive, even during my breaks, even when I'm not, you
Yeah.
know, wasn't able to support you guys during all these years. I'm glad that when I came back, you know, I've had a really good fan base, and DJs that have been just willing to be like, yeah, I got you. So
Yeah.
thank you to all you guys for your
Yeah.
loyalty.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Like I sneak in like when artists like yourself they send me their music,
Yeah.
and I'm DJing a private event. I sneak songs in there on purpose just so they
Awesome.
can hear it. Because then I'll get come up to, hey, who sings this? And then
Yeah.
I'll send them who it is, tell them who it is. I say, get the song. If they got an
Okay.
album, get the album. Yeah, that's how I sneak it in
Thank
all the time.
you. Look at
Yeah.
that.
They
Thank
go,
you.
where'd
That's
you get that
awesome.
song? He goes, how'd you find us? I said, don't worry about it. I said, just get the song. And then follow them on social media and everything.
Yes. Thank you
So
so much.
yeah, no, it's fun. You know, I like doing this and I like promoting, and I love your music
Thank you.
since you came out. So I said she
Thank
came
you.
out when I said tell Latif say
Yeah.
I got to put her on. I said she got good music. So
Thank you.
that's
I
good.
really appreciate that.
Well, hey, I want to thank you for coming on the show,
Thank you for having me.
and I wish you luck on this 7 day blast.
Yes. Get
You
out there
know,
and vote, guys.
anyone you want to give any shout outs to anyone before?
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Yeah. Shout outs,
Yeah.
of course, to my team, you know, my husband, DJ Merk1, who obviously is the super talent behind Marilyn Torres, as well as Ricky Vaz, and Louis Marte,
Okay.
and Sonia, just my support. Yeah, I love you guys, my family. And again, all the DJs and especially the fans, because again, without that, you know, exposure and those requests, then we wouldn't, you know, have what we have.
Yeah.
And the love for the song. So definitely thank you and shout out to all you guys. And you know, I think I just want to make sure I didn't forget anyone. Oh, because you know, you don't want to hurt no feelings.
I know it's like, oh man, I should have said
Did
this
I
person.
forget?
Oh,
But yeah, that's I do have a huge support system, but I would be here probably all day trying to name. But like I said, that's mainly that inner group that helps with the music and the creative art and the rest. So I
Okay.
appreciate them.
All right. Well, thank you once again.
Thank
And
you.
let's see how you do. And then we go from there. All right, everybody. Marilyn Torres, make sure you guys follow her on all social media.
Thank you guys.
You have to get this track. Just get it, buy it, put it in your playlist. It's a must have. It's Marilyn Torres. You guys, you got to know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
guys. So we'll see you next month on The Blast. DJ WonderRican, Marilyn Torres. See you next time.